These are just some of the many different star races who have taken form on Earth in human flesh bodies. Now, when you look at all these different types of star races, and these are only a very few, then you have to start to ask yourself, how does this affect race on the Earth plane? And if these beings are taking human form, which they are, and they're underneath the skin, then maybe you're going to start to look at humanity a little bit differently. Why does race matter on Earth? So, although in a highest state of enlightenment or nirvana, when we return to source, we do see that we are all one and that all beings, all races, all planetary beings, all galactic beings, all different races, and all different living beings do belong and come from God. All are loved, and all at some point will return to source. Some will return in whole souls, and some will return as space dust based on the evolution or de-evolution of their own lifestyles throughout billions and billions of years. The issue, however, is that many of these types of star races, some are fallen, and these fallen ones have been very, very much taking advantage of the angelic humanity for eons of time, because most of the angelic beings forgot who they were and did not pay attention to the galactic origins of where they came from and who was operating under the flesh, and thereby getting caught up in very, very dangerous games. We're talking about breeding games. We're talking about issues like what happened with Jeffrey Epstein. We're talking about eugenics issues, and we're talking about that from a galactic perspective playing out here on Earth. So what if some of these ET groups have been exploiting the angelic human and utilizing their genetics or creating breeding issues that can do great harm to the angelic beings, harvesting them for dark ET group? So think for a little bit about Star Wars and understand that we are experiencing Star Wars on Earth right now, still to this day. As a matter of fact, this could be considered the third saga. Now, do you really honestly think that this doesn't have to do with these star races? And how do these star races play out into the human world and even in human races? Now, to be fair, these type of star beings can and do take bodies in different race lineages, so it's not so cut and dry that you can just look at a race and understand who they are. The spirit doesn't work that way. However, I can say that the race wars that are going on right now are a reflection and a manifestation of a bigger race battle that's going on in the galactic realm. Only it really isn't about race per se. It's about something broader. It's about the star people. When you start to understand what's going on with the bioregenesis programs, and you start to understand what's been happening with breeding programs, you might want to ask yourself why that matters and what's really, really going on in the other world. Because on an astral level, some of you guys don't really want to know the truth. The truth is a bitter pill. It's hard to swallow. This isn't just about sexual perversions, although sexual energy has been used and manipulated for a bigger agenda. It's way deeper than this, okay? It's way deeper. And you have to understand that everything that's playing out in the human world has to do with these star races, and there's many more. And it's a giant, giant galactic star battle unfolding right here on Earth before your very eyes. Most of you have no awareness of. Until you start to understand who's operating the flesh suit, you're going to be very susceptible to the manipulation of these type of beings.